What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Gunmeister. Hey, today I want to show you something really cool. This is my Glock. We call it Glockzilla. The thing I wanted to focus on most today is the red dot sight on the pistol. Now, a lot of people call these RMR sights, but the thing is, RMR is actually a trade brand to Trijicon. Kind of like the jet ski is a brand of Kawasaki, but everyone calls it a jet ski. Let me go ahead and start by showing you Glockzilla and the things that I've done to it, and then we'll talk more in detail about the sight and we'll give it a rip. So come on in here a little closer. Let me show you what we got. Glockzilla was born a Glock 23 chambered in .40 caliber. So first and foremost, what I did is I went ahead and put a Lone Wolf conversion barrel in here. And what that does is it lets me shoot 9mm out of my .40 cal, which is kind of cool because 9mm are a little more affordable than .40. And for plinking around, I just feel like they're a little more fun. Not that a .40 is a bad round, I just prefer plinking with the 9. The other thing I did with this gun is I recontoured the grip. So what I did is I went ahead and put the finger grooves in here and stippled it and contoured it and stuff like that. You can see there's quite a bit of difference in the shape of the actual grip itself. This one's a little bit smaller too to get rid of that 2x4 feel, okay? So we did that. Also, we put a Vickers Tactical trigger assembly in this, and it's been polished and it's down to about 3.5 pounds, something like that. And then we also put a Crimson Trace flashlight on here. That's actually a really nice flashlight. It's got 2 paddles, one on each side, and it's a tactical paddle. So when you push this down, it turns the light on and it turns it off. If you want the light to stay on, push and hold, the light will stay on, and it's just like a regular flashlight. It also has several different settings in there, so you can have like a strobe or a little less intensity. Okay, so the other thing I was going to tell you is obviously this gun is not optics ready, meaning that the slide is not milled out to accept an optic down in the slide. So what you can do is they make a plate that basically you remove the rear sight, slides out, the plate slides in. So basically any pistol that has a removable rear sight, if you can find the right plate for it, you can replace that rear sight with the plate and then mount a red dot. So I want to kind of focus on the sight on this gun a little bit today. This is a sight it's made by a company called ADE, and this is their Delta 6 MOA, a red dot sight for a pistol. Now you can put this on a rifle or whatever, but for this video, we're going to be running it on this pistol. I can tell you this much, I've had probably 2,000 rounds to this gun with the sight on here, and it has held zero perfectly. I actually kind of like it. It has 2 controls right here for your intensity of your dot, so you can make it brighter or darker. Obviously, to turn it on, you push this and hold it, it turns on, and then you can adjust it. But when you're done, you push the intensity button down, hold it, and it turns off. It's really cool. When you shoot a gun with a red dot, and we're going to test this out here in just a second, it really helps you out a lot, meaning that it takes a lot of the human factor out of it. And basically, once you get this guy sighted in, you know, where that dot is where it's going to go. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's go hit the range and see if we can find any benefits or negatives. Come on, let's go check it out. All right, guys, so we're over here at the rifle range. I figured we'd go ahead and put some shots down here and just see how this guy fires, how the point of aim is, and how it feels to shoot. Let's go ahead and give it a rip. All right, well, that's pretty cool. One thing I'm going to tell you real quick before we get too far into this video is if you put one of these on your gun and you don't practice drawing, you're going to bring it up, you're going to be like, okay, I'm on target, but you're going to not see the dot. You're going to be like, oh, wait a minute, where'd it go? And the reason for that is the way you shoot these with the red dots, it's a little bit different because you're not so much focused on the front sight. In fact, you're not focused on the front sight at all. It's more or less the dot. So when you pull it up, it takes a memory to know where that dot is because it's going to be a little bit different than just finding those sights like you would normally on a pistol where you know it's right here and right here. The dot kind of sits in a specific place inside the window. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put some more down here and see how it does. All right, so there goes that one. Let's go ahead and reload and do a couple more. All right, one more round. Let's do it. All right, so that's a little bit different when you're shooting, especially when you start going a little faster. I have noticed when you shoot this, you kind of get the dot on there, right? Open both your eyes and you can literally see that dot in your vision. So it is much faster. One thing I did think of with this, if you're gonna carry with the gun like this, is that if this dot isn't already turned on when you pull your gun, and you have to turn it on to take sight, that's probably going to be a no-win right there. So that's just a little something you might want to think about. All right, guys, we're over here at the pistol range. Let's go ahead and run this on the pistol range and kind of see how it does. I feel like we can go a little bit faster with this red dot. Let's give it a try. See what I'm doing there, guys, is I'm letting my eyes wander away from that dot. You really got to stay focused on that dot. If you do, you hit every time. See that? It's like I said, it takes a bit of practice. I kind of like it. Let's run some more. Nice. One more mag. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and see if we can run that popper for a minute and then just go right by. Ready? Here we go. Nice. Super good. All right, guys, so that's pretty cool. But like I said, when I was running that, you could see I had a couple where I didn't hit. That's because I lost my focus on that red dot. But when I stay on that red dot, man, it is just right on, precision shooting. And the more you practice, the faster you can get with this thing. I want to go ahead and do an accuracy test with this gun, and we're going to compare that to just a standard Glock. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot at the top orange dot with this one. I'm going to do 5 shots. Then after that, we'll go ahead and get the regular Glock, and I'm going to do 5 shots at the bottom orange dot. Let's see which one's more accurate. Let's try it. Okay, let's go ahead and try the regular Glock now and see what kind of grip we'll get out of that guy. So this was the one with the red dot sight right here, and this is where the sticker was. You had a really good group. You had one flyer right here. This is the one that was just open sights. Red dot was right here. You had a decent group and one flyer right here. I don't really feel like there's that much difference in the two. So let's move back just a little bit further and try it again. Come on. All right, guys, so we're back here at 100. Now here's the thing, that little accuracy test we did a little bit earlier was kind of inconclusive, meaning that the open sights and the red dot kind of did the same thing. So I figured let's try it at 100 yards and see if that makes any difference. So 15 loaded up in each one. Let's see how many hits we can get out that 100 yards. See, once you find where your hold is with this, it's real easy to get back to that same spot. All right, so we made contact with some. Let's go ahead and try it now with the Glock with the open sights. Not having much luck here. Those first two out of the get-go were awesome, but this one, I'm not really having the best of luck. Nope, just got a couple. We got a couple with the one with the open sights, but the thing is, we got a couple with the one with the red dots. So, I mean, my honest thought is this. I feel like they're both good. It really just depends on what you're used to and what you practice with. As far as a carry gun goes, I probably wouldn't go with the red dot, honestly, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't see much of a benefit to it in an everyday carry. I feel like the open sights are faster, and with practice, pretty darn close as far as accuracy. The red dot is kind of cool for like a range gun or a tactical gun or something like that. But I can't fault either one. And as far as saying one's more accurate than the other, I don't really know. I don't feel like that's actually true. But here's what I do feel like. It's time to try something else. Come on. Let's see how this red dot and Glockzilla does. Again, it's clearing the range of paper bad guys. Come on. Red dot works good. All right guys, so let me go ahead and give you my final thoughts on putting the red dot on the pistol. I like it. I think it is really cool. Is it a game changer? Maybe, but that's going to be dependent on a couple things. One, make sure you sight it in really well. And number two, make sure you practice with it a whole lot, because like I said, shooting with the red dot is a lot different than just shooting with iron sights, okay? So if you're going to run this on your pistol, practice with it a lot. Make sure you got the hang of it. Make sure when you bring it up, you have that muscle memory that when you bring it up, you're seeing that dot, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to bring it up and you're going to be doing this number, kind of hunting around to find the dot. And that's not really what you're looking for. But like I said, if you practice bringing it up so that you know, okay, this is the muscle memory, this is where it needs to be when I bring it up, then yeah, it can be really fast and it can be incredibly accurate. Would I put this on a carry gun? Probably not. For me, I'm going to say no. Now, again, I can't tell you what you would do, but for me, it's a no. For the simple fact is, it's just one more thing to deal with, and I don't necessarily want to deal with that. So, again, this is the ADE red dot sight. It's an inexpensive sight, and it's always held at 0. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. I like it. It's a nice sight for the money, and I like it pretty well. So overall, I'm going to say red dots on pistols, super cool. Well guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Gunmeister. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, happy shooting. We'll see you guys next time on the Gunmeister. Probably going to need to pick up a fire extinguisher too.
You're not doing that around me again. Holy shit.
Well, next time something's flying at you, you got to get out of the way.